All right, now, you're looking pretty cool. It's not a traditional light setup, but what I want to show you and demonstrate is how hard this light is. Now, can you see the shadow on his jumper? Can you see how it's very, very defined? Because it's very, very defined, we call that a hard light. The shadows on the face are also very, very hard, right? And that can be useful as long as, look, stay there. Do you see how much better he looked then? Can you face towards me again? Much better, because the face is now illuminated. Okay, I'm going to try something. I think I've got a horrible bit of diffusion paper somewhere, which, there it is, okay. We're going to modify this light. There we go. Hard light. I'm going to now try changing this into a soft light. Can I have a volunteer just to help me with this diffusion paper, please? I need a volunteer. Anyone's going to come up just for a second? Thank you, sir. Brilliant. Give him a round of applause for helping out. Okay. We want to hold that in front of that light. Awesome. Now, can I have one more person just to hold the other corner? Is that all right? Can I borrow you? Thank you, mate. Cheers. Excellent. Now, hopefully you can see by the screen. I know we're partly blocking your view here. Now, so this light has now become quite a bit softer, but the trick is you need to have distance between the light and whatever it is that's doing the diffusing. Putting something that's opaque in front of the light very, very close doesn't necessarily soften it. The aim is to make the small light a bigger light. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to move this light back. You're going to stay as you were. Perfect. Okay, now I can see just from the floor that there's this real massive definition here. Now look at the shadow that's on the jumper. Can you see the difference? Okay, so can you drop it down now just so we can see the difference between soft and hard? There we go. Look at the difference in the shadow. And then back up again. And down. And back up again. There we go. I just wanted to work these, right? Just to work it out. Thank you very much. Awesome. Give these guys a round of applause. I appreciate that. Thank you. I may come back to you later on. You seem like a very willing model. Thank you for that. So things like this can also be very cost effective, all right? These, I think Lee filters, Roscoe, they'll make diffusion. If not, if you have a light and you want to make it bigger, even using a white blanket, clip up the white blanket, and all of a sudden the small light becomes one that's much bigger. The thing that ends up happening as well, when you have lighting that's very, very close to a subject, it can look great. So I'm going to move, sorry Jordan, here, all right. The difficulty can be that there's a sweet spot where the light looks good, and then there's a spot where the light looks bad, right? The difference between this and this is massive, because the light source is quite small. By adding a panel of diffusion, it makes the light bigger, which would then mean as I move back and forth, there's less difference. The thing with video is that our subjects often move. Photographers, they get to put people in a particular spot, get them to stand still, look towards the camera, and bam, they get the shot. But for us with video, the one thing that can become really difficult is our subjects want to move around the scene. Which means often we may end up setting one light, then setting another light, and then setting another light. Or we sometimes will end up making the light source appear much bigger. And if we do that, it means that our subjects can move around a lot more freely as well. Perfect. Okay, let's start.